It'll work so much better with the old microphone on, won't it? Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Sunday Night Live with me. And to my right or your left, it's Emma. And was that okay?
Was what okay? The introduction?
Yeah.
No, do it again. It's rubbish.
I haven't disturbed you in any way.
No, you didn't disturb me in any way.
That's okay.
That's absolutely
All right.
fine.
Would you like some water?
I'm coping fine, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
okay. All right. Do you need a snack or
No, I'm fine.
comfort blanket?
I'm
Do you want
okay.
something
Maybe a
to-
comfort blanket.
There you go.
You might tell me if you need it. I'll give it back.
Right. Shall I just carry on?
You can if you want.
As if
Your
nothing's
show.
happened?
Yes, to get on with it.
Okay.
Weirdo.
As I say, that must be too late. As I say, a very good evening to you, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Sunday Night Live, where we are going to have a nice, relaxed, non-intimidatory, non-anxiety inducing little period of time together as we wave goodbye to the weekend and we welcome in the week ahead. So let's do that right now, shall we? Join with me, please, and let's welcome in the week. Are you ready? After 3, or whenever suits you. If you're feeling a little uptight, then just do it whenever you wish. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Welcome in the week. Welcome in the week. Welcome in the week. There we are. That's that done. That was nice, wasn't it? Yes. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure you did too.
You sound like a corrupt children's TV presenter.
A corrupt children.
We haven't greeted the honourable community, by the way.
I wasn't sure if you were up to that.
I'm up to it. Shut up.
Are you okay with that? All right. Here we go then. You ready?
Oh God. Yes. Greetings, honourable community. See, I managed that.
You did. How are you feeling
I'm
now?
fine. Shut up. Be normal.
You told me not to be normal. You told me under no circumstances to be normal.
No, I didn't. I
You
did not.
did.
I did not use those words.
Well, no, you did, but you might as well have.
No, I didn't. Oh no, I didn't. Just be normal. Forget what I said. Be normal.
Right.
If you can manage that.
I'm not going.
Have you ever done normal?
Well, I'm not entirely sure what normal is. But anyway,
I'm sure that they're all looking and thinking, "What's Boaty on tonight?"
I'm not on anything. Off camera, shortly be. Well, no, I don't want to give away your secret.
No, don't give it away. Just be normal.
Right. So all previous instructions have
Yeah,
now
forget
been
that.
rescinded.
I've decided.
you-
I'd rather you be normal. Can't cope with this.
You can't win, can you, ladies and gentlemen? You just can't win. You're told not to be normal. You're told to do things very differently and for good reasons. And I took that on board, darlings, and I tried to.
He was trying. He was being a good boy, I have to admit.
Yeah. And now I'm.
But I couldn't cope with it.
And now that I'm being told that I've done wrong and I've been a very bad boy.
Very bad
A
boy.
very bad boy.
Very, very
indeed.
bad boy indeed.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just a bit confused, darlings. I mean, you think you're doing the right thing, turns out to be the wrong thing. But that's life for you, isn't it? I mean, you wobble your way through doing the best that you can, and you feel sometimes like a puppy that's being beaten with a size 9 slipper. You know, the sort of one
I
that...
will beat you with a size 9 slipper in a minute if you keep being weird.
I'm not being weird. I'm telling them what it's like to go through life feeling like a puppy that's been slippered, but you don't know why.
I didn't slipper you.
You're a puppy and you don't know why what you're doing is
You
wrong.
haven't done anything wrong.
You don't know that you're not supposed to poo in the kitchen.
Well, there was that. Yeah.
No, I'm saying if you were, I'm using a metaphor. I'm using a metaphor.
You haven't done anything. Did I say you've done anything wrong? No, I didn't.
Well, you rescinded your
No, I
previous
didn't.
instructions and told me to change my behaviour again.
Yeah, well.
How many times can I be expected
I'm
to...
sure there were people there thinking, why is he behaving strangely tonight?
I'm sure there were, because they weren't here when you told me to do it.
I didn't tell you to do
You did.
Just forget it and be normal. I'm having an argument about the whole of the live stream.
Yeah, but you might be saying this now because of what you were talking about earlier. So I
No,
might be doing you a disservice.
no, just be normal. Please be normal.
I'm not sure I can now. I seem to have gone so far down this route that I'm not sure that I can make my way back.
Oh, I think it could be a problem.
Should we say hello to the nice people?
I think we should,
Right.
in a normal way.
Well, first cab off the rank tonight, darlings. Jimmy, Mighty Quinn. A very good evening to you, Jimmy.
Good evening, Jimmy.
Followed immediately by Peter P., one of our very favourite people.
Peter P, good
We're
evening.
very-
Oh, Mr. Stephen Parry's ringing in to find out why you're being so weird tonight, I'm telling you.
I keep forgetting about the phone. Good evening, mystery caller.
Good evening, dear sir.
Good evening, Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the Wirral.
So how was your trip today, madam?
Oh, it's fine, thank you, Mr. Parry, sir. It was absolutely
all your
brilliant,
trains
actually.
on time, was it?
No problems with the trip at all. It went very
no
smoothly,
problem.
and the strange man met me at the right time, just about. He was nearly late, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah, it was great. It went smoothly, thank you. You're all right.
Hey,
How have
what
you
car did
been?
he turn up to pick you up into there?
He turned me up. He turned me up. He turned up to collect me. That's right. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. I'm sure Boaty would like to know what you've had for your dinner.
I've had my roast beef today
Oh.
with chips,
Oh,
With what?
With
peas,
chips.
and nice toffee ice cream.
Why did he have it with chips?
why did you have it with chips?
It's a
I couldn't be
Sunday.
bothered doing the roasties.
Reasonable.
Well, nobody here is going to judge you, but God will. Eating chips on the Lord's Day? Have a word with yourself.
Boaty disapproves, I'm afraid.
He's had chips
No
on
problem,
Sunday.
sir. We've all missed you
hang
the
on.
last few days.
Excuse me, sorry. Ignore last comment. I've just realised I also had chips for lunch.
Oh, snap.
community snap.
Oh, hang on. I had chips as well
Did you?
at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, community snap three-way. We're having a three-way tonight,
There's nothing
Stephen
wrong with
Parry.
chips then, is there, sir?
Pardon?
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with chips.
No,
is
well,
there, madam?
I think it was just that Boaty expected you to be having roast beef with all the roasties and the trimmings, but I don't think there's anything wrong with having chips if you couldn't bother cooking the rest. And it's made us have a three-way community snap.
You have it
So
with your chips on a Monday night, don't you? You have your leftover beef with the chips and a
Yeah.
nice peppercorn sauce.
What car did he pick you up in?
Excuse me, Mr. Stephen Parry. Please tell me you didn't have fucking ketchup with your roast beef.
No.
Thank fuck for that. Sorry, carry on.
he picked me up in JJ, and it's a lovely little car. So-
Did you notice any mould in the car? Or has
No,
he got rid of
but
that
I
now?
think that the mold had to be removed because he spent 3 hours cleaning curry off the car this morning. So that would have taken any traces of mold away with it, any remaining traces. So
Yeah, it remains of curry you want to be worried about.
yeah, I can't smell any. There's no mold, and I can't
What
smell any
happened? Did you
curry.
have accents in your pants, sir?
Tell him what happened.
Oh, well, okay. In case you didn't know what happened,
It might not be in the Facebook group.
of course. Well, apparently last night when Boaty was driving home from work and his staff curry was tucked under the back seat, is that right? A giant stag stepped out into his path, so he had to slam on the emergency brakes. And in doing so, the curry went flying from behind him, whizzing past his head and splattered into the windscreen and dashboard and went everywhere. So he had to drive home covered in curry, with basically curry all over the car. And he spent 3 hours this morning cleaning the car.
The next day must have looked like. Could you be neighbours didn't see when you got out of the car? Must have looked like you've been what's named your pants.
I must have looked like Morph.
So that was fun. So, but it did mean that there was absolutely not a trace of mold because he's thoroughly cleaned the car today. So it was God telling him he needed to clean the car because royalty was turning up.
Yep. So what time are you hoping to set off tomorrow?
Good question. Good question. We're hoping to set off at 7:30.
What?
No problem. Make sure the alarm's set then, sir.
Oh, I'm not setting an alarm. Well, I'll set the alarm for 9:30.
He's fibbing.
Well,
Is the
no,
car full of petrol
I'm
already, or
genuinely
you one
hoping.
of them persons do it on the day?
I'm genuinely hoping to set off at 7:30.
You didn't say that earlier. Oh, have you changed your mind since then?
No, I'm changing my mind. That's what time I'm hoping to set off.
Right, yeah, okay.
I just know it's not going to happen
Okay, right.
because I'm not going to get out of bed
Do you
until
want
9:30. You know it.
Yeah. Is the car all set up with petrol?
Filled it up with diesel this evening. We've got a full tank, haven't
We
we?
have, yeah, we have indeed.
Oh, that's
I
good.
watched him do it. I'm witness to this.
Yeah. With,
So you're having your breakfast.
with my own money and everything. I didn't steal it or anything.
I feel like a
He
big
really
boy,
did.
sir.
Yeah, I know. I am. I'm like a grown up, aren't I?
He's a big
Yeah.
boy now. Go big boy pants on tonight.
Yeah. I've actually got clean pants on.
Oh, well, that's good.
I had to-
Is this a change, is it?
well, I went
To the norm.
Well, I had to have a shower, didn't I, after cleaning that curry?
Oh, yes.
I look like a
That's
curry
good
man.
he had the accent in his pants, really.
Pardon?
That's good he had the accent in his pants, really. Let me think it was curry.
Yeah, that's what it was. Wasn't
Also,
it?
we'd like to know, since you've arrived at his house, has he been good or has he been farting like he usually does?
Oh, I've heard him fart. I was upstairs and I could hear it. I think he thought I couldn't. I think he thought I'd sneak them out while I was upstairs.
I did think that,
I
yeah.
could hear
It's
it.
like the
Echoes around
bagpipes,
the
isn't it?
house.
It was a good one, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a trooper. It was a good
I've
one.
been holding that in all night.
But there's no smell. It came down the.
Anyway,
no,
there's
no,
no
I'll,
smell.
uh,
No, there
I'll
wasn't.
let you.
I only farted
carry
in the
on.
car earlier.
I think you should speak a little to Mr. Paddy in his own language.
What, like that? Hang on. Hello, Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the Wirral, the Leisure Peninsula. How you doing?
All right, madam.
Are you all right, love?
Yeah.
Lad? Are you freezing? Are you wearing tracksuit bottoms?
I don't know. You don't wear tracky bottoms on the wheel.
What are you doing with your roast beef? With your chippies? You don't have chippies with your roast beef? What are you doing?
He's never going to call in again now.
Mrs. Titty's there. One of
Anyway,
your
have a good
dancing
evening, sir.
sisters.
Madam. Sorry, Mrs. Titties.
He hasn't
and
called you Mrs.
Mr.
Titties to
Wanker.
your face. He won't.
Hello, it's Mrs. Titty's there, Mr. Stephen Barry, sir.
Have a good evening.
And don't forget to tell Boaty he's a wanker.
Hey, also, before I go, you're going to do the live stream slightly later tomorrow night. We're going to have your meal.
Oh, good point.
Because
Maybe.
otherwise you'd be rushing.
Tomorrow night's going to be interesting.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I'd
should put it
organise
back
it
a
for
little bit.
later.
Okay, well,
It
tomorrow
wouldn't be
night, look at what time we put it up for, and it may be a bit later. Yeah, that's a good point. Because we were going to go maybe to have a bar, to have a bath, to a bar after the meal.
Maybe
Anyway, have a good evening.
maybe we could start the live stream in the bar, live stream walking home.
Yeah, we're yeah.
But
do that.
thank you very much, Mr.
You
Pally.
can actually have a glass of wine while you're away on your trip.
I don't drink wine, but I have considered I might drink something else. We will find out tomorrow night if that happens.
Okey-dokey.
But if I do, then I'm not responsible for my actions. Just so you know.
How long have you end up going dogging?
Whoa, that's an idea. Are there any dogging hotspots in Splendid? No.
I'll have a sip.
We'll never do the live
You
stream.
know where all the old, that's where Boaty's from.
And if you were going dogging, would you want to be the watcher or the participator?
I'd like to watch to begin with,
Yeah, get some ideas.
and then
I think that's the idea, actually. I think you watch till you're excited and then you get on with it yourself. And then maybe you get out and let other people do the watching.
Well, from what I understand, well, it depends.
From what you understand, he's done a lot of research on this.
Yeah. So as I understand it, then there's like an etiquette. There's a dogging etiquette.
Definitely done
So
research.
you have to look for certain signs because some people they only want to be watched.
Oh,
They don't work them. They don't permit you to join
that's
in.
interesting, actually.
So you have to look for. There are certain. I forgot what they are, but there are certain signs that tell you whether you're just there to watch or whether you're allowed to join in.
So you weren't only researching restaurants on the internet. You've also been researching this as well.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, I'll tell you. What
You better check his search history, you'll see it.
Yeah,
I'll tell
I
you.
do.
I'm not a fucking idiot, Mr. Stephen Paddy. I cleared that before I picked her up.
So you know he's deleted it, look.
It's
Anyway, have a good evening. It was funny the other
He's
day
trying to
when
go.
you-
He keeps
when you
saying,
had the-
he keeps saying, have a good
the other night,
evening.
that was funny.
not my first time of having a bird around the house. I know the drill. No, what it was, is he still there? Bless him?
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Well, does he want to stay?
I
Do you want to
know.
stay or go, Stephen? We love you. You can stay forever. I love
I will
listening
let
to
you
your
carry on
accent.
because you haven't done many people today. Read the comments out, have you?
Mr. Stephen Parry, I love your accent.
Okay, have a good evening.
We'll let you go, Mr. Parry. Have a good evening yourself.
All right, no
Catch you
problem. Bye-bye.
later. Bye. He was desperate to go for
what it was. You know the thumbnail for the whatever it was, Momo something and driving to work.
Oh
on
yeah,
Thursday,
and it's got dogging in
and
it.
it's got the dogging thing. So I did a search for dogging just to go into images to get the sign for the dogging
You would
site
come up with everything.
and whatnot. And yeah, it came up with everything. And I saw this one. It said something about that. I thought, well, I'll read that. You know, I don't know anything about this, so I'll have a read of that. And I found it most interesting.
That's why that video went up really late that day, isn't it? Got well into this research.
And the lady on the thumbnail, she's an actual dogger.
Oh, is she? Oh, do you know who I thought it was? Was that lady out of Transvision Vamp? I thought it was Wendy James.
Oh God, that's an insult to Wendy James.
So she's an actual dogger, right?
Yeah,
right.
She's an actual
And
dogger.
would you do her?
Yeah, if I was getting into the swing of things, I suppose.
Well, you know where to find her.
I mean, you know. I mean, she wouldn't be, if we were in a bar or something, then I wouldn't go and chat her up. But if we were in a
dogging situation.
Yeah, if we were in a secluded car park, say up in Shillitoe Woods, and she was the only one with the available sign on, then, you know, I might think, well, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, I'm here.
Well, shall we read some comments out?
I think that'd be a splendid idea.
I think you should do it.
Oh,
no, I don't mind doing it. You did. You read two, didn't you? You did read
I
the
did.
first
So
two.
it's your turn.
Stratospherian. That's what class on.
Stratospherian, yeah.
Stratospherian's here. It says greetings, Stratospherian. Hope you're well. And then Holly is also here. She's saying hello to
Holly,
Jimmy Quinn, Stratospherian Peter P. And everyone's saying hello to each other for a while. So we shall scroll up a little teeny wee bit. Andrew Buttigieg is here. Says a very good evening, Emma, Boaty, Jimmy, Peter P, Strato, and Holly. And there's all sorts of symbols, pretzels and lemons and all sorts going on. A cock as well in there.
is it?
Yeah, a little cock.
Surely there's no, oh, that kind of cock.
No, nothing too dodgy. Not yet. Too early for that. What else we've got? Tracy's here. A very short message from her tonight. Matron, evening all, she says.
That is a very short.
Are you right,
message from
Tracy?
Rachel,
That
isn't
is
it?
very unusual. I'm a bit concerned. I'm a little worried about her behaviour tonight.
Maybe she's still obsessing over that's my pilchard.
She might be. Tracy and I had an argument. So earlier on today, I had to drop little Lemon off at Tracy's, well, at my family's house. Tracy was there. And I had about 45 minutes before I had to leave to get my train to go to see this person here. And while I was there, Tracy and I spent at least half an hour arguing. We got into a full-blown, like, high-pitched woman argument about that's my pilchard, I'm afraid. It was weird. Let's not go down that route again, though, actually.
It's always worth going down the that's my pilchard route.
Neil is here. He says,
I'm going to rock down to Pilchard Avenue.
gonna make it fishy. Neil Gibbons, also known as the Gibbinator, says, hello, all, how are we? Oh, Tracy's matron's woken up now. She says, hi, Jimmy, and Peter P, and Strat, Holly, Andrew. She's saying hello to everybody. Stratospherian said, did they postpone live start by 30 minutes? Oh, because we were slightly late, weren't we? That's your fault, probably. I'll blame you.
It's not my fault.
Probably is.
You were poorly.
I wasn't poorly. I was just having a moment.
How are you feeling now?
I'm fine.
Has the moment passed?
The moment has well and truly passed. It's amazing how somebody sitting next to you being really annoying can snap you out of it.
If it helps, I'm willing to eat your momo.
No, you're not eating my momo, definitely. Oh, I've got something for Boaty, but he's not opening it yet. But he's going to open it on this live stream. A big box.
Oh,
You can open it whenever you're ready.
okay.
It's got a bit squashed because my son sat on it.
You've got something to open as well, don't
I've
you?
got something to open as well. Let's bring that over. It's like Christmas. isn't it?
Christmas morning here at Windy
I've
Bottom.
got something that Tracy Patterson, I believe, sent this. We're not sure if Tracy's here. I haven't seen her yet. So if she's not here, I might wait a bit in case she pops in.
Oh, right, okay.
Matron said we were probably just rushing to set up. We weren't actually. We were chilling too much, I think. Neil said he's quickly putting his trousers back on.
Neil.
He's very naughty, is our Neil. Matron is pretzeled. And Andrew Buttigieg says, what's my Scrabble score up to now? It doesn't change. Does it change your name?
Oh, well, did I do either Spotty Botty last time, or did I do?
Oh, right.
Oh, there you are.
I've just been informed Tracy is in the chat, so I will be opening that from you very shortly, Tracy. Thank you very much. Excuse me.
Andrew, what did I do over Spotty Botty?
I thought you
on
did
your
both.
Scrabble stuff?
I thought you did both. I thought
Did
you
I?
did that and said, let's see what Ivor Spotty would get.
Oh,
But
right.
you threw away the list. You posted it on Boaty's World Facebook and then you threw it away.
Well,
so
there you are. It's still there. It's still there.
we'd
To
have to
see.
dig it out, wouldn't we? So do you want to do his score now? Or?
Well, okay, let's do it quickly. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 21, 23. Hey, what was that?
Because Tracy calls him Andrew Ivor Static White Sound Spotty Bot. He can't believe it's not Butter Geek. So she's saying that he wants that scored. But no,
I'm not
unless you change
fucking
your
adding that up.
unless you change your name to it, it doesn't count. Because
Yeah.
I could easily say my name is the disintegrating, disinterested, car-y, motory type of person who lives in Norwich, girl, woman type of thing, and then I might win. You know, but unless you change a name to it,
Yeah, I'm not.
doesn't count. Because we could all do that otherwise.
In fact, I'm going to take a point off for potential cheating.
Yeah, one of those letters in Andrew Buttigieg's name has turned into the blank tile now.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Ah, yes.
I'm with you on this
Yeah.
one. I've agreed with you on something.
Yeah, we're giving him the punishment blank.
Yeah. And if you carry on being naughty, you'll get the other blank.
Yeah.
So behave yourself, Andrew.
And then he'll have a blankety blank.
You will.
Come on, a
Blankety blank.
blankety blank.
Blankety
Blankety
blank.
blank.
Blankety blank. Don't get nothing for a pair. Not in this game.
That's a
You
different
might on his
program.
live stream though. Oh,
Super
no.
match game.
I'm
Super
not.
match
I'm
game.
stuck.
Super match game.
I'm stuck with Brucey.
Super match game. All right, let's have a blankety blank presenter up.
Okay, well, how do we do this then?
Well, we
because it's
take it-
blocking my beauty from the viewers.
We take it in turns to name blankety blank presenters until one of us.
Oh
can do
my
it.
god, I'm too young for this.
You're fucking nut.
I am.
You're really not.
Excuse me, I am.
You're not fooling anybody.
I'm much younger than you.
You're not much younger than
Well,
me.
quite a lot.
You're about 12 minutes.
4 years.
3 years.
4 years,
Oh yeah, 4 years.
I think. Oh, hang on, 5 years. How long
4 years.
5 years. 4 years.
It's not 5 years.
It is 5 years.
It's not.
It is because you're the other end of the year to Tracy. You're the same year, but you're the other end of it. You're the beginning of it. She's the end of it. Hang on.
Right. If you take away your age from my age,
I don't know what
leaves-
your age is, I've
that
forgotten.
leaves 4. Well, add 4 to you.
Yeah, but how do I know that's right?
Well, I was born in 71.
Yeah, and I was born in 76. We're both January babies.
Oh, fuck, 5 years.
I won.
Okay, well, now it's the blankety blank presenter off.
I know, but I don't know if
No,
I can
no,
remember
no,
any.
no,
You're
no.
going to win.
No,
Just because I've worked out you cheated, that's my
Right,
pilching.
I'll let you start.
I know, but there was only one that I knew of, and I can't even remember what that was. Was it Bob Monkhouse? No. Was it Bob Monkhouse? See, I can't do this. There's Dennis. He did it, didn't he?
No.
I don't know, you see. I won't win this game because I can't remember any of them.
Okay, well, over to you guys.
Your turn.
You name as many. Well, I'll tell you who I can remember. Obviously, the original was Wogan.
Oh, hang on. Did no, I look stupid again. Did who's that guy who died recently? Did Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy Savile.
No, not Jimmy Savile. Lily Savage. Did he do it? I
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
Paul O'Grady.
Yeah, who did Jimmy Savile?
Right, so I opened with Wogan. You've got Paul O'Grady.
Paul O'Grady.
So
Yeah.
it's my turn. Les Dawson.
Sorry, who did you do first?
Teddy Wogan.
That's the one I think I was trying to remember.
Right, so Les Dawson.
Did Harry Hill do it?
I don't know.
I can't think of anybody else.
I'm
So
not
you
sure
win.
if there was anybody else, to be fair. There's only you've been 3.
Well, there we go. Well, that's not fair then. You've picked a game where you go first and there's only 3,
I
so
said
you're
you
going to win
could go
anyway.
first, and you said you couldn't think of anybody.
You did actually. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to rewatch the live stream to check that later on.
Tell her that I did that.
It's fine. I might believe you half. I know that you cheat all the time now.
I don't.
So
cheat.
that's
I have
why I'm not gonna believe
I've never
you.
cheated at anything with you.
So that's-
I didn't cheat at That's My Filter. I'm just really good at it.
It's a stupid game. It's a game
It's not a
it's a
stupid
game
game.
that's made to make sure that you can cheat. It's created for
It's
cheating.
not.
It is.
Right, do you want a game now? Live.
Yeah, we're not writing it down though.
Yeah, you have to write it down.
You didn't write it down in the car when you made me
Yeah,
look an
because
idiot.
I was driving.
Go on then. We'll write it down.
Right.
Go on.
Pen.
You're going to cheat though. You've got a pre-written down something somewhere.
You're such a bad loser.
Do you want you guys, right? Basically, this game is that you both think of an animal and you have to guess each other's animal. And if you guess it right, the person with the animal in their head wins.
You're not even explaining the game properly. Right. You both think of an animal. You both then take it in turns to name an animal. You are hoping that the opponent will name the animal that you're thinking of. You are trying not to say the animal that your opponent is thinking of. That's how the game works. It's about psychology. I haven't got any paper.
It's about psychology. It's a very psychological game. This.
How can I not have any paper in it? Right, hold on. Yeah, we'll do this. Right. That's your bit of paper.
Thank you. My little piece of a paracetamol packet.
Right. Hold on.
So I'm thinking of an animal, trying not to let you guess it. Is that correct?
No. Right. So write your animal down.
Am I supposed to be thinking of an animal that you might not guess?
Right. You're trying to think of an animal that I will guess.
Okay.
But you are trying not to name the animal that I've thought of.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Right.
No looking.
I'm not looking.
You've got cameras everywhere in here. I know that you're filming me right.
I've got one camera over there.
You're going to cheat somehow.
I'm not going to cheat.
Okay.
Right. Who's going first? Whose birthday is it next?
Mine.
Right, you go first then.
A cow.
Cat.
Fish.
Budgerigar.
Rabbit.
Fox.
Deer.
Horse.
Camel.
Duck-billed platypus.
I'll be here all night. They're loving this, aren't they? Mouse.
Hamster.
Guinea pig.
Gerbil.
Rat.
Ferret.
You're not cheating over there, are you? Ferret.
My paper is there. I haven't touched it.
See, look, when we played this in the car, as soon as I said an animal, he was saying, "That's my pilchard," and he's playing it properly now just to prove me wrong.
No, you're just playing it better. It was your first go.
Kangaroo.
Wallaby.
Aardvark.
Armadillo.
I'm very slow at this game, aren't I? Sheep.
Pig.
Dromedary.
I'm disallowing that. That's a form of camel, and you've already had camel. Come, you say.
Snake.
Slow worm.
That's an insect, isn't it?
No.
It's not an animal, is it?
Yes.
I think you're enjoying this live stream tonight, aren't you guys? We're honestly gonna be here forever, aren't we? Doing this. Koala. They're gonna be switching off. We'll watch the numbers dropping in a minute.
Owl.
I can't think of any more animals. I can't think of any more animals. Snail? That's an insect, isn't it?
No, you can have that.
Oh, he's letting me have snail.
Donkey.
Tiger.
Lion.
Leopard.
Puma.
Cheetah. You're a cheetah.
Orangutan.
I can say the ones you've guessed, can't I?
No.
I can't. So you're not going to be saying, well, one that you've got.
Oh, I know.
If I can't say the words you've guessed, but you've written that on your paper, that's not fair.
Oh, no, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to guess the one I...
Oh, you're not allowed to? Okay. So I can't repeat the word. All right. Baboon.
Gibbon.
Ape. Come and sit here so they can see you cheating. I want them to see you cheating. Don't forget to like, guys.
Elephant.
That's my pilchard.
Oh, well done.
So
you won.
I won.
You
Good.
did.
That's because you played it properly that time. You see, when you play it properly, you have a proper chance of winning. What did you have out of interest? Oh, dog.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Ages ago, I nearly said that, and then I didn't. So I thought you'd said it, so I didn't.
I was trying to manoeuvre you into it. I'm going cat. I'm going all of the
Oh, so that's
domestic
where
pets.
the psychological bit comes in.
Yes.
So you sort of start saying, like, if it was monkey, you'll be saying ape, baboon.
Yeah.
So you, okay, right, interesting. You told me how to cheat at that game now. Thank you very
No,
much.
it's not how to cheat. It's how to play it properly.
Anyway, they've probably waited forever, so I'm going to read a few
throw
comments.
this at you.
Yeah, you do that if you like. I'm going to read these comments, and then I want you to open this box, and then I'm going to open this envelope, and we're going to have the best night ever with
Okay.
whatever's in them.
Catch up with you.
We're going to use whatever is in these. We're going to utilize them to their full capacity.
I'll get the breakfast things ready.
Right. We're not having breakfast now.
No, but we get them ready.
Okay. Come and sit here. It's your live stream. I'm not
I'm having a
running
break.
it for you. You said you're going to start getting breakfast ready. Anyway.
Yeah, so I can multitask. Well, getting breakfast
Matron
ready,
says.
basically doing that.
Well, there we go. It's
But
got
then
breakfast.
I don't need to do that. Because I'm gonna go back in
Excuse me.
there.
I had a tickle in my throat all day. So excuse me. Matron says, Emma's comfort blanket is Boaty's willy waver. Right, Andrew Butty says, I hope you washed it first, Trace. Neil says, don't move the willy cloth too much, it will snap. Neil knows that from experience because he was here last. Did you use it, Neil? Is that how you know? Jimmy says, Boaty looks fecked. Fucked, he says, actually, but we don't want to swear too much. Steve Cole says, have you been in bed for 2 days? No, he's been washing his car. And Andrew Buttergeek says, a tad crusty, Neil. Stratospherian says to Matron, understandable. The time indication just suddenly jumped 30 minutes. I'm eager to hear how our Boaty and Emma are doing. We've heard all about it now, I think. Neil says, some say it stands up on its own. Peter P says, the domestic continues. Andrew says, need to move Sonia up closer to the action. Because you were being very quiet. I think that's why, perhaps. Or are they saying you're too far away, perhaps?
I've got a microphone.
No, I think maybe they're just saying we look too far. You can't see the Emma lumps properly when I sit here. You see, they're not getting the full benefit.
You can see the Emma from space. That and the Great Wall of China.
They're not that big. They're well hidden. I'm not scaring you. You didn't have to put your scary boobs t-shirt on. I was very considerate. Look how covered they are. They can't see anything.
Don't make me look at them.
I'll make you look at them later.
Okay.
Mark Prasad is here and says,
Oh, we love Mark.
he says, good evening, Boaty, Emma, and chat. And people are, Tracy agrees with Andrew that we need to move Sonia closer to the action. Andrew says, Joe has many uses.
Fine, we'll move Sonia closer to
Everyone's calling for Sonia to be moving closer to the action. There's no action. Oh, is that better, guys?
Tell me when to stop.
Hello. That looks okay. They don't be too close, otherwise they see all our wrinkles.
Exactly.
We don't want to know what we really look like. Neil says, we have pet news. Me and Soph have set up that fish tank and have acquired some little fishy friends.
Oh,
We have 3 goldfish, 2 algae eaters, and 2 shrimp. Oh, lovely. Well, I'd like to see some pictures of that.
oh, so you... Oh, right.
They've gone in for the fish.
Oh, so not tropical fishing.
Pardon me. Looks like it's goldfish, alligators, and shrimp.
Goldfish are cold water fish.
Pardon me.
aren't
Yeah. Neil says he's not himself when he's sober. Boaty, he's nuts. People saying hi to Mrs. Stephen Parry. And Andrew Buttigieg can't believe that Boaty is sober.
they? I've got chicken wings.
Peter P says any orifice will do. Any orifice will do. Boaty does indeed have chicken wings. I've already had one. Were they the same things that I had?
Yeah. I've had one too, but they're looking very tempting.
Neil says I'd say his blood is 40% proof. Andrew Buttigieg likes.
I might have one with my mum.
You do that. Andrew Buttigieg likes the idea that me and you and Mrs. Stephen Parry had a three-way community snap. Peter P says, excuse me, but chips at a Nepalese fine dining establishment? That's the point, actually.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You got them for me. I didn't
Yeah,
ask
you
for them.
said you were hungry.
No, I didn't ask for them. And you did eat some. He did eat some. Stop trying to shame me.
Whatever.
He just appeared with them and gave them to me, and then he said, can I have some? So, you know.
No, I did not.
You did!
I did not.
You did.
You said, do you want
No.
some?
You said hit. You said hit.
Did.
No, I did
No,
not.
you didn't.
I did not.
You did.
You gave it to me, and then you said, give us one of those chips.
You say you can't even keep your story straight. You can't keep it straight from one sentence to
You
another.
just said
No, right.
you didn't ask for any chips at all.
So tell me again, what are you claiming that I said?
You said, can I have a chip? Or
So
some
that's
chips?
the third difference.
I don't know. You definitely asked for a chip or some chips.
I put it to you, the jury, that this is clearly not a credible witness for the prosecution. 3 times she has attempted to tell you this
Look,
story.
if I was in a
3 different stories you've heard. I think we all know where the truth
basically,
lies
Boaty
here.
brought out chips and he ate some. Okay, so
Under duress.
I didn't force you to eat them. You were driving.
You shoved them under my nose.
You shoved them under my nose first. I was sitting there minding my own business. You brought them out.
Complaining about being hungry, saying I'll never make it until the end
I
of the
didn't
night.
say that. I
I
didn't say
can't
that.
do it. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
I didn't say that.
I've only eaten sushi.
I
at
didn't say
1:30.
I did say that.
Yeah, I know you did.
All I said was, "Have you got bread?"
I'm
Because
a credible
I said,
witness.
"Have you got bread so I can have a piece of toast when I get back?"
Yeah,
and he
and
said,
that's
"The
what-
restaurant doesn't have bread or a toaster." And I said, "I wasn't asking for it here. I just said when I get back, I might have a slice of toast because if we're waiting till 1 o'clock to eat momo, when I last ate at lunchtime a piece of sushi at 1 o'clock, I might be a bit hungry." So he appeared with some chips, and I said, "What are they for?" He said, "These are for you." And I said, "Oh, lovely." And then he said, "Let me have one or
No, I
some."
didn't.
You definitely
I
did.
did not.
You 100% did. I wouldn't have given it to you otherwise. You definitely did.
I didn't.
He did.
I didn't.
Let's not sit here arguing all that. They don't want to hear us having an argument. He did though.
Can I just point out that you are way too far over? I'm right on the edge. I'm on the edge of the screen. Look, this is the centre of the table.
Move over there. Come on.
So
You're the
the
one who put
chair-
your chair there so that you
the
can
chair
get
should be equidistant from here.
Move over there.
So
Oh, my leg's stuck. Is that better?
yeah, that's a bit more like it. I couldn't even read the comments. You pushed me so far there.
You can read them now. You've
Right.
put yourself in prime position. To read
Yeah.
them.
Well, let's bring an element of professionality to. No, where did we get to? Professional
Now watch him do you
broadcasting,
better
yeah.
do a perfect job now that you've criticised the way I do it.
When you get a sec, you know where I park my cars?
Yes.
There's a lamppost down there.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what to do.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Can't wait till after the live stream.
Yes. Auto Glim curry cleaning kit says, and do you know what? It wasn't even Auto Glim because normally I do use Auto Glim, as many of you know, but it was such a deep curry job. I thought, fuck it. I used wash it up liquid for the initial cleans, and I just kept changing the water until it looked more like water and not curry. And I did. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't really enjoy it. That's not what I had planned for this morning, darlings. To be honest, and I had other things that I had to do as well. I had to make the bed. Were you impressed by your bed?
It actually, I have to say, I have to give you credit for that. It was pristine, perfectly made.
Yeah.
Like not a crease in the cover.
No.
Did you iron it or something?
No.
He did a good job on that.
No, I hung
Neil
it.
and Sophie set a precedent.
I folded it really carefully when it was wet.
Oh yeah.
And dried it like that so it wouldn't need ironing.
Yeah, I was impressed.
So I thought I'm going to struggle to iron it with not having an iron. I mean, I could have heated up a frying pan and used that,
No,
but then I haven't got an ironing board or anything.
I'm only going to roll all over it later and mess it up anyway. You didn't need to put it as perfect as that.
No, well, I thought, well, you're going to do a job. Do it.
Well,
do it properly,
you've learned like you got to get it right with me now. Haven't you?
Yeah.
You criticised otherwise.
No, I'm quite impressed by that.
I was impressed. I'll give you credit for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good boy. Well done.
Neil says, all new automotive air freshener from Magic Tree, Nepalese staff curry available to all channel members. The Momo Magic Tree. And that's why you put a lid on the box, says Peter P. Stag do. It did have a lid on it, but the impact kind of burst the lid open. Instead of slamming brakes on, says Holly, couldn't you have swerved? Well, I suppose I could do, but it's quite. It was a narrow country lane, and if the swerve was unsuccessful, then that meant I'm going to be hitting a huge stag at 60 miles an hour. And I thought, if I'm going to hit this majestic beast, I would much rather hit it at like 10 miles an hour than 60 miles an hour. So all in all, I thought that swerving is good, and I did take avoiding action such as I could. But I thought trying to slow down is often a good idea when you're about to have an accident. So I hit the old brakes, darlings. I leapt on those brakes like I would have leapt on a 31-year-old nubile Alanis Morissette when I was halfway into a bottle of wine. And she mentioned that she had forgotten to put any pants on that day, and there was nothing good on the television. That was the ferocity with which I leapt onto that brake pedal. And
it's a shame you weren't filming. I really wish you'd been filming. It would have been so funny.
Funny?
We'll have to watch back.
Well, I suppose the curry bit would have been funny.
Well, that's the bit I meant. Yeah.
And the real, because it was pitch black.
But you'd have a fantastic clickbait title, I really think. Yeah, it could have been "Oh Dear," didn't it?
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, I think
that would have been good. It was pitch black, you see. So I'm thinking, what's gone on there? So put my hand down to check what was happening in the passenger area compartment, and I just thought, that doesn't feel right. So I opened the car door, so the light went on, and I've just got a curry hand, and there's just curry here and curry there, and oh God. And I was really late. It's good. I couldn't have done a live stream if I wanted to last night. Late deliveries. I didn't get home till gone midnight. And I got home covered in curry and thinking, oh God, I've got the car to sort. I was in such a foul mood last night, darlings. I really was. Oh, I really was. It was really a rabbit, says Steakled. And are the sex pants at the ready, asks Andrew. Neil says he's definitely got his sex pants on. Or a mole, says Andrew. Well, I haven't got a mole on, and I haven't got a mole on my sex pants. I reckon he's seen things since he's becoming sober, says Neil. Neil, I'm always sober when I drive home at night, darling. Stephen Knight is here and says, hi, everyone. Mrs. Titties beasting the lovely Mr. Parry, says Peter P.
I wasn't beasting him at all.
Holly's telling Neil that she's okay, and she's currently eating a Marks and Spencer's chicken jalfrezi bowl, and it's got some disgusting looking meat in it. Tubi. I'm not going to eat the rest. I don't know. But I mean, honestly, if you eat a microwave pink cuisine meal, you deserve all you get. It's Boaty and I are going to recreate the famous. Oh God!
Hello.
Oh dear. Oh dear. What is dogging? Do you mean walking dogs? Asked Stephen Knight.
Oh God.
And then he followed that up by saying, I used to go to swinger parties. Why did you stop going, Mr. Stephen Knight? Sophie's here and says, hello, everyone. Hello, Boaty. Hello, Emma. What is catting? Asked Batman Rubin.
Good evening, Batman Rubin.
What is hedgehogging? Asked Andrew. Holly says, Neil, this was a cupboard meal, and I was dubious. I'm going to try to put it in the fridge and analyse it in daylight tomorrow. I find their normal curries nice. Do you? Oh dear. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's lovely, Tracy. That's a massive sausage box, says Batman Rubin. It is a big box, and it is a sausage box. Cumberland Supreme sausages in
I brought you a
packs of
box
8.
of sausages. I thought you might need it.
Yeah, oh God, I'd love a box of sausages.
Oh, it's not a box of sausages.
Neil made a madras sauce from scratch when he came back from work, and it was rather nice. Sophie enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, says Jimmy Quinn. 4.94 kilograms of prime sausage, says Neil. Oh, yeah, it's 4.54 kilograms.
They're really making notes, aren't they? What's on the box?
Rob Hedgehog says, good evening. Is it a bomb? Asked Gold.
Yeah.
Cumberland sausages, the box says, no less. Aren't they the curly sausages, says Bad Books. You could go to Thlan via PG, says Trace. I suppose we could. Excuse
I don't
me.
know what that is.
What?
Lang via PG.
Oh, it's what? It's the silly place with the longest place name in the world.
Oh.
Go. Right, yeah, it's one too many. Go. And it's a made-up thing, just purely done to be a tourist attraction. It means something like the church on the corner of the street, by the trees, near the wood, just up the road from the river, blah, 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 something like that. It's all piffle. It was done as a gimmick to make it a tourist attraction. So it's people go to the train station and have their picture taken by the name, so they can say they've been to the place with the longest place in the world.
Is that on the Airbnb listing? One of the photographs is a sign that's really, really long. I wonder if they'd show
That'll be the one.
Ah, okay.
But the Welsh locals, we just call it Llanfair PG. We don't go through all of that nonsense. Bloody hell, I'm old enough to be a dad, says Jimmy Quinn.
No,
what, you're old enough to be Emma's dad?
We're up here.
I wasn't going to read that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Carry on then.
You can read it if you want.
No, don't worry. I thought you'd missed it because I moved it up.
Stephen Knight's gone for Les Dawson. Good shout. Wow, you made the madras sauce, Neil. What did you use? A spice grinder or blender? I clearly need a remote moderation taser with these two, says Mustard. You've missed some blankety blank host, says Tracy P. Who have I missed? Who did we miss? Peter P. quite rightly says that's my pilchard. Should be an Olympic sport.
Oh,
and you're right, it should be. Andrew says trace the remote control pleasure devices that could potentially be deployed.
I used to want one of those.
Oh, Jimmy Quinn has gone for blankety blankos. Teddy Wogan, Les Dawson, Lily Savage, David Williams, Bradley Walsh.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know about the last two.
I think Bradley Walsh I knew, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. The camera's almost in the next village, says Andrew. I don't remember Williams doing it at all, says Matron. Neither do I.
Might be that's very recent.
Riveting entertainment, says Peter P. What's the... Oh, well done, Ivor Spotty Butty. What's the porpoise of this? I like that. Better than a bedtime story, says Peter P. Nothing beats the bedtime stories, says Andrew.
You need to play That's My Pilchard with Jimmy Quinn because he's a psychic.
Oh,
that would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
You're going to come to Great Yarmouth, Jimmy Quinn, so he can play That's My Pilchard because it's booked. It's arranged, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got a date for Great Yarmouth, darlings, if any of you fancy coming. When is it?
The 19th, Monday, the 19th of August.
So is that 2 weeks tomorrow? 3 weeks tomorrow?
Yeah, 2 weeks tomorrow, yes.
No, it can't be 2 weeks tomorrow.
It is.
Oh, yeah, it can, can't it?
2 weeks tomorrow, Boaty is driving down to Great Yarmouth to ride the great roller coaster and the monorail.
And the monorail, yeah.
So if anybody would like to come, we don't just have to do that.
I might have a hot dog.
Have a spot of lunch, yeah. Meet us. Come and meet us.
Yeah. And then something else is happening.
Well, the day after that.
Yeah.
Well, that evening, he's going to...
They could come to that as well.
Yeah, if they want to.
If they wanted to.
Well, they'll have to buy their own ticket.
Oh, they'll have to buy their own ticket, yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of the Great Yarmouth Day, I'm going to get in Boaty's car with him.
All right.
And he's going to drive us up here, and the next day we're going to, is it called Gulliver's Kingdom?
It is.
Gulliver's Kingdom, if anybody fancies coming there. So it's a trip full of fun fairs and fun and
a chairlift.
There's a chairlift, yes. So yes,
it's going to be amazing.
And we'll film it all. So those of you who can't come, because there'll only be one or two of you who can't come.
Make sure you watch it on my channel, not hers, because I'm sorry, but the standard of filmmaking is about to improve.
Oh, it is, I have to say. But I was just going to say, you probably haven't put Disinterested Car Girl in the description again, have you?
I didn't have time. I'll do it.
But yes,
afterwards.
I would agree with him. His standard of filmmaking is going to fly up. Did you hear that? He farted in the kitchen. I did say I was going to do a behind the scenes film so people could see what you get up to in the kitchen, because it's very interesting, boys and girls. But yeah, he's got a new toy and he's been playing with it for the last 2 days, hence no live streams. You've wondered why there's been no daily diaries. You've wondered why there's been no live streams. Well, Boaty got a new toy and he hasn't stopped fiddling with it the whole time.
True.
And he's bringing it tomorrow to Wales. And he's going to be playing with it constantly.
No, I'm going to be using it professionally.
He is, professionally.
Yeah. Don't forget that in a little over 3 weeks, this is going to be my full-time living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all prepared now.
Yeah. I'm going to be in debt for the next 12 years.
I am impressed with his new toy, I have to say. It's better than mine.
Shall I show them?
Yeah, go on. Right. Everyone will be rushing out to get one for their channels, and then they'll make better videos than you.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'll keep it secret. I'll keep it secret. Where do we get to?
Can't see. We had the porpoise, better than bedtime story.
It's like watching paint dry, says Jimmy.
Well, that was when we were playing That's My Pilchard. I did think they would get quite bored.
Emma, as discussed on your Facebook channel, is that the mystery object for holding silicon doings?
Is what the mystery object for holding silicon doing?
I've got no idea. Andrew says, "Oh, lucky Boaty, boobage in 3D." Boaty getting the grape tonight, says Jimmy Quinn. Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight in the Whittle.
Malaya Peninsula.
Says, "Do you feel more relaxed today? With already been to Jason and this your trip, Mrs. Titties. Nice seeing you live at the table. Jason, you need to fasten your pants back up." Right, my pants are done up and I'm not wearing my sex pants. Oh, I'm going to show them.
And do you feel more relaxed today? Who was that aimed at?
I have no idea.
I need to get the camera out here. Oh my God. Right, enjoy, guys. You asked for it.
Right, you know what colour my sex pants are? Oh, we go now. Not sex pants.
Is that the Wayward Gonad or the other one?
No, it's the Wayward one.
Oh dear.
I mean, these are freshly laundered pants, so they're keeping it a little bit more in check. I think part of the problem might have been, if you wear pants, the same pair of pants for more than a week, then they kind of lose their elasticity a bit, don't they? I
would suggest changing them slightly more often. In fact, this is a box of underpants I've bought you here. Because you did say you only had 3 pairs, and I thought he needs more. So I've ordered a box off Amazon of underpants.
You know I'm going to be absolutely gutted if they're not underpants now, don't you?
When do you want to open it? Don't leave it too late.
Oh, no, I won't.
Don't leave it till like all the comments are gone or something.
Well, no, to get through the comments, then we'll do the big opening.
Okay. So Mr. Stephen Parry again from Port Sunlight in the Wirral says, the Leisure Peninsula says, have you met the community dildo, Emma? Not yet, but I'm hoping to become acquainted with it very soon. Yes, and Andrew says that's for after Mrs. Stephen Parry. Jimmy says she's a nutter. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Andrew Buttergeek says beauty and the boaty. Matron says pedant versus pedant. Andrew says these two need a room. We got a room tomorrow. Give it a chance. We're going to get to Wales first.
We've got a whole
apartment.
Yeah.
And we're doing a live stream from it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good.
It's Victorian. It's old land, isn't it?
Yes.
Victorian.
Yes. It's old Victorian apartment, and it's going to be really good tomorrow. Tell your friends. You don't want to miss tomorrow.
And the real exciting news. Full English breakfast on Tuesday morning. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
That's the... This entire trip appears to be based around food. because we've been planning. We've
That's
just,
all we talked about.
yeah, we've spent the whole night planning our foodage. So this is where we're at the moment, and there's thought and stuff gone into this. So, assuming that we're up at a reasonable time tomorrow, then start the day bacon sandwich. I've got each of our sauce of choice. I've got a choice of 2 breads. We've got thick cut smoked back bacon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chipotle sauce.
Yeah, you've got that. I've got HP. I shoplifted a nice bottle of HP. So that's that. And then we're going to so then we're going to drive to the landing. Now we're going to drive up to the top of the Great Orme, park up, and we're going to get the cable car down. I'm going to get some amazing footage courtesy of my new Dewberry. Then we're going to have a bit of a wander, do some B-roll. I'm going to do some narrative for my video, and then we're going to have a light snack for lunch. Now I know what I'm going to have. I'm at the seaside. It's got to be a chippy, but it's got to be a light lunch because we've had a bacon sandwich. We're going out for dinner. So I've decided that for lunch tomorrow, I'm going to have a battered sausage, a small one, if they do a small one, and a tub of curry sauce, right? And that's going to be my lunch. Don't know what you're having.
I haven't. I'll decide when I'm there.
No? Okay. Oh, yeah. Risk taker.
Well, it depends on what's there, because if I decided I wanted something and we'd be looking around for somewhere that did both, and we could be looking forever.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to look for your battered sausage and then see what they have that I fancy, because I'm easy, you know.
Okay. So then we're going to walk to the Airbnb and check in at 3 o'clock and scout everything out there. Then a bit more footage, back to the cable car, back up to the top of the Great Orme, get in the car, down the mountain.
He loves the cable car now. I don't know why he was saying he was worried about it before.
And then we're going to head to the big supermarket, darling. I think it's an Asda. There's only one in Llandudno, and I think it's an Asda from memory. And then we'll get our my booze for the night, possibly your, but well, it might be shared booze.
Yeah.
That's it.
I might drink something tomorrow night, guys, and I won't be responsible for what happens after that.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't, because I am going to be responsible for you. I'm not sure I can cope with being the responsible adult.
It's okay. I won't have much because I haven't drunk alcohol for years. So, you know, I would only need a tiny bit and I'll go mad. So I'll be very careful.
Okay.
I'm quite responsible for myself. Don't panic.
And we'll get some late night nibbles. And then we'll settle into the Airbnb, freshen up, whatever, get changed, and at some point go out for the evening. And courtesy of the lovely Pingu Concord.
Yeah, thanks, Pingu, if you're here.
Many thanks. Then we're going to go out to somewhere and eat. Now, we've asked for recommendations. We've researched loads of places. We've decided we're just going to play it by ear. We're going to have a wander around and we're going to look for somewhere that looks as if it's got a nice vibe, nice place to get a bit of footage. Menu looks all right. Prices are okay. And we're going to have something to eat. Then we're going to head to try and find a nice wine bar or something. And then we'll head back to the Airbnb, live stream, some late night snacks. Yeah, I'm thinking peppered steak slice for my late night snack.
We've discussed that too.
Yeah,
because Boaty was thinking about having the peppered steak slice for breakfast.
I was? Yeah.
But then we were thinking, well, if we're having bacon sandwiches the first day, the second day we want to have a full English breakfast.
Yes.
Because we have to check out by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we don't really want to be cooking much. So we thought, well, and we're on holiday. We don't be cooking loads. But Boaty still had his mind set on a steak slice.
We've got to get back to get the train for Emma, because Emma's got a train at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 to 5, I think.
10 to 5, something like that.
So we don't spend all morning cooking.
So we don't want to spend all morning cooking. Neither have we really going to have time to stop on the way home or stop somewhere and get lunch. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave the Airbnb 10 o'clock, and we're going to go, funds permitting, because it depends how much we spend on there tomorrow night. But funds permitting, we're going to go somewhere and have a nice full English breakfast. And we've been We've had loads of recommendations for this one place. We're not going there because we've looked on their website and they're fascist bastards, right? It looks a lovely place. It's the Loaf in Llandudno. Quite famous, quite well known. Everybody says it's wonderful. Amazing breakfast, all home cooked, local produce, all of that bollocks, right? But you look in their breakfast menu and there's a big thing and it says, to ensure that we can give the best service and the most brisk service or this, that and the other, we do not allow breakfast building. So in other words, or substitutions. So you're not allowed to, you have to have what's on their breakfast thing and you're not allowed to swap anything. So their full English breakfast, it comes with black pudding and mushrooms, neither of which I like. Well, and I'm not allowed to say I don't want them. I'm not allowed to say, can I have something else instead? So I'm thinking, well, can I ask for them to be on a separate plate so I can just then send them straight back and say, put these in the bin?
But also, it's like you either can order a full English breakfast with the works or have a bacon or sausage butty. There's no option to have, like something a little bit of a smaller, with a half English breakfast or something. There is the option to add extras, but you don't. There's no. But you can't breakfast build. So if you want to add extras, you might want to start off with sausage, bacon, and egg, and then add a couple of extras. But they don't do sausage, bacon, and egg. It's either full English with everything or a sausage and bacon. And
butter. You're not allowed to say. So I'm not even allowed to say. I'll have the full English. Please leave the mushrooms and the black pudding off. And I will pay extra for an extra sausage and extra. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You have to have what they want to put on the plate. Right. And I'm not going to eat anything that's been anywhere near mushrooms. I'm not doing that. And I certainly don't want black. So we're reading it. We're trying to make head or tail of it. And in the end, we're sitting there in the restaurant and we said, fuck you, Loaf. We're not going to you.
Don't go to Loaf.
You've lost us.
We don't like Loaf. And they've lost, we were going to YouTube it. We're viral YouTubers now. They would have got so much custom from that. But, they've lost out. So it's their fault.
So we're...
we should tell them that. We send them an email.
Yeah, we should.
They might give us a free breakfast next time.
Yeah, but we wouldn't want it, would we? But...
well, you would if it was free. Well, no, but if the mushrooms on the same plate.
Right, the rest of it. So we're planning to go to a place called... Carver.
Carver, yeah. That's the one we're thinking of going to.
A lot of people have recommended. It hasn't got a website, so...
Is it? They don't have a website?
Well, they say they've got a website.
And it's just... Yeah, don't try and go to the Carver Llandudno website because you won't get to look at the food. Something else pops up on the screen that's rather exciting for certain gentlemen, but not what I want to be looking at when I'm trying to pick my breakfast. So that was rather fun. Yeah, and then we thought we would have sort of a big breakfast because then we'll be driving back and we won't then have to think about getting a lunch. Right.
News just in. Peter P has sent £5 towards your breakfast.
Oh, Peter P! Peter! I love Peter. He gets so involved in the community.
He very specifically said it's towards
Emma's breakfast. Yeah,
not towards mine. So half of it, it's not like.
Thanks, Peter. He's a good boy, is our Peter.
That's bloody sexist.
Oh, it's because he gave you money from pictures of my boots, surely, didn't he? I bet it was one of them.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's a good picture that no one's got yet. Maybe we could give that to Peter P in return.
I think you ought to. He's just bought you £5 worth of breakfast.
Oh, maybe he should get that picture.
I think he should.
It's not that bad. It's just basically a photo. I was having sushi for lunch, and I thought, well, normally I balance the plate on, but what I'll do this time is I will just have my top open and no bra on and just spread the sushi down my chest. And it was very artistic. You couldn't see anything.
I haven't seen this.
It was a really good picture.
And I don't want to see it.
But, there may be somebody out there who might have liked it. I think it was probably a little too much.
I think Peter P might like the opportunity to judge whether it was a little too much.
Right. Oh, hang on. Oh, my neck's stiff.
Oh, Neil, bless you. Yeah. Well,
Has he sent something and said you can buy your breakfast and not buy Emma something?
well, no, the message is get a better breakfast.
Oh.
So he sent a tenner.
Oh,
And so
Neil and Peter.
I presume that means
I get the £5 breakfast and you get a
and I
£10.
get the better breakfast than you.
It's fine because I
Thanks,
don't
mate.
have a big appetite. So
Brotherly
that's lovely
love.
of you. Both guys, though.
Boys sticking together.
Well, Peter P, don't worry.
You
I'm
and
not
your
forgetting
manky
you.
£5 breakfast.
Well, if I send him that photo, he might send me another 5. I'm being cheeky. Shall I read a few more comments? Because I want you to open this. I want you to remember opening this rather than open it when you're sloth.
I'm drinking water.
Right.
I'm planning what to have for breakfast.
So
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy Quinn.
Oh, bless you, Jimmy.
Oh, you've got such a lovely community.
I have. And I'm going to have an awesome breakfast.
You are. You're going to take Jimmy's and pile it on top of yours.
Yeah.
I'm still having the £5 one.
Yeah.
I bet Jimmy sent a message and said, don't give that bird anything.
He did, actually.
That bird can fuck off. She talks a load of shite. Anyway. Peter P says that we need a cold shower. You'll need a cold shower if I send you my photo, Peter P. I've got really stiff neck tonight. Sorry about this, guys. The massage. Andrew Buttigieg says you can cut it with a Joe trace. Oh, what did she say? Oh, sexual tension. That's what she said. Jimmy White Quinn says shagging tonight. Are you, Jimmy? Holly says Boaty's World. Did you press the ironing button on the tumble dryer? That was for the bed.
I didn't use a tumble dryer, Holly. I've got a tumble dryer in there, believe it or not, but it hasn't been plugged.
It costs money to run, actually, doesn't it?
Oh, it hasn't been plugged in for about 8 years, and there's nowhere to plug it in now. So I've got other things.
Here's an
plugged
interesting question for you.
Oh, okay.
Andrew Buttigieg says, what type of washing powder or liquid do you use on the sheets, Boaty?
I don't use any.
Yep, he doesn't use anything.
I don't use any. I've heard so much stuff about washing powder and whatnot, and the stuff it leaves on your clothes and stuff that goes out to sea. I don't use any. About 6 or 7 years ago, I don't think I was poor then, so I don't think it was a money thing. I think it was just a logistical thing. I needed something clean, and I'd run out of washing tablets. I always used to buy the tablets, so I just washed it without anything, thinking, well, it's going to be better than nothing. And they came out, and I thought, well, they're absolutely fine. So why am I spending this money? So I just stopped using them, and I've never used them since. I just I put them on my economy setting on the washing machine, normally at 60 degrees. Because the other thing I learned when I first started running pubs, when it came to washing crockery and cutlery and glassware and whatnot, I was always taught that it was the heat that really did the job, and hot water would do a better job in sterilizing and cleaning properly hot water than any detergent would. So I thought, well, the same problem. So for years and years and years now, I just wash. I don't use no chemicals, no detergent, no nothing. And yeah, that's what I do.
And tune in again next week, folks, for more of Boaty's housework tips.
I'm saving the environment.
Yeah, and saving yourself money.
And saving myself money. My pants come out all right.
Well, they lose their elasticity by the sound of
Yeah,
things.
but there's no skid marks.
Ugh. Do they go in with skid marks?
No.
I've heard some of the farts that you do.
Oh, leave that.
Bad Book says, just as well you fitted those rubber mats in JJ regarding the curry going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they just rinsed off, I guess.
But I did give the carpets a bit of a scrub as well.
And
JJ's looking nice, isn't she?
Yeah, I agree. I think she's a lovely little calf.
I mean, when you think what she looked like when I picked her up from the yard, think of the state that she was in, and look at her now. And she's.
Could I have some more water, please, if
I
you're...
was just getting it for you.
Oh, thank you
Look,
kindly,
you
sir.
didn't need to ask. I saw that you were finishing your water. I automatically
What
went.
a gentleman. Thank you very much. What a kind man.
I'm a good host.
You are. You're doing very well.
Thank you. Gonna feed you Momo in a minute.
Oh, yeah, I look forward to that. Black Lion says, Jimmy, I can't promise anything, but I have had a couple of drinks. Holly wants you to know that tubey is tubes, like a chunky long tube hanging off a spoon.
Oh.
Jimmy Mighty Queen said, tonight I had 2 steak mushroom onion rings and tomatoes on the vine.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Tracy P said, there's nothing much there. Tracy, it'll be lovely. I've never had... This is my first YouTube gift, so maybe my last. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I haven't opened it yet, but I will hope to soon. Major says, Boaty just called me mustard. Do I have a hairy... I do not have a hairy face. Apparently he called him mustard. Andrew Buttergeek says, I heard that too. Tracy called you. And Boaty spotted my porpoise bit. Peter P would like to know how the pie stats are. I'll have to look at that in a bit. I haven't looked. Tracy P says, for some reason, I thought it was a stag do that caused the curry to go everywhere. I thought you crashed into a stag do. Andrew Buttergeek says, are you using Joe as a portable microphone? Jimmy Queen says, sorry, I will be in Malta in my apartment. Is that the Great Yarmouth weekend? Bad Book says, no.
Oh, God,
yeah, you'll be in Yarmouth, he'll be in Malta.
I miss Malta.
Well, you're riding the roller
You
coaster.
can't go there, that's my place.
Steve Cox says, I'm glad I went. Blackline says, Jesus Christ, it was almost pubes. Oh, that's when you were showing your pants. Don't die.
I'll try that too.
If you die while I'm here, people will think I've killed you.
Hopefully.
Andrew Buttergeek says you've got a camel toe. And he also says, old Victorian, nice ceiling roses. Sequel says, is Boaty showing his socks off again? And Holly says, Boaty's world, is your son with you, Emma? She's just pointing to us, sorry. Is your son with you, Emma, or you got nice rest, lay in a bit of time alone? Yeah, my son isn't with me. So yes, I'll have a lovely, lovely rest. But I'll miss him, but a little bit of a break doesn't hurt, does it? Andrew Buttergeek says, other payment options are available. Blackline says, we almost found his battered sausage for you already. And Holly says, fresh pint of seaside shrimps. You take the heads and tails off yourself. Nature says, I usually plan my trips and holidays around food. Just before this live stream, I was researching where I can have lunch on my trip next Sunday. Oh, yeah. Andrew said, if you have a tipple, Emma, who's going to look after Boaty?
Exactly.
I wouldn't get off my face. I only need to have 2 or 3 drinks and I'm... Oh, you don't want to know what happens. Dan Peters is here and says, hello, what a great live. And says, a full English in many London cafes is a rip-off. It's like being on a diet. And a small portion of small portion at a hell of a cost. And he says, a full English these days is an expensive time. Holly says, make sure you have some pocket tissues and look around to make sure nobody's looking and slip the black pudding in a tissue and roll it up, put it in a bin on the way out.
I shouldn't have to. I'm the bloody customer. I should be allowed to say, I'm happy to pay the full price, but please remove this from my plate.
Yeah, I don't see why they can't. I suppose they can't be bothered with the faff in the kitchen. Maybe it basically says they haven't got very good kitchen staff.
Maybe they're just microwave meals, and that's why they don't want to ask about them.
Yeah, fling it on the plate. Tracy P said the Loaf's website says sweets and paninis cringe. Avoid places who don't know how to use apostrophes. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Oh.
So they put an
does
apostrophe
it?
on sweets and paninis.
Oh well, fuck them. Fuck them right up against the lamppost. We're not going there. We're going to Carver.
We're not going there anyway.
Yeah, we're going to bloody Carver.
Andrew says he might keep it in his pocket, Holly. Dan Peters says to Matron, I'm good, thank you, and loving the weather. I would love to go to the Yard of Dreams again. Andrew Buttergeek said 20 quid. What was that about?
I don't know.
All right. Dan Peters then says, I managed to find an MGZR in a very rare purple colour today. I wouldn't mind buying it if it's cheap enough. Steve Cook says, I've only just realised Boaty looks like the It clown. You don't? Do you?
I don't know.
Has anyone ever told you that before?
No, I've never
I
heard
don't
of
think you look. Oh, it's Tim Curry.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why they're saying that. If you ever go to a fancy dress party, dress up as the It clown. Bad Book says, hotel. Oh, the hotel my work put me in last week, breakfast was £20 each. Andrew said cheeks are 50 quid, Emma. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Sorry. Or crusty without the makeup. I don't know what Andrew's talking about. Holly says, is Maggie's in London pretty cheap? To Dan Peters. And he says, I haven't a clue. I live about 30 miles outside of central London, near Luton. Down my way, a takeaway is a rip-off. I got a takeaway with Captain Mustard, and it was less than half the cost than London, and better quality and really nice meal. Yeah, in the north. Be. Yeah.
You will love your meal at the yard.
Oh, I mean, we've got relatives in Yorkshire, so we know that it's cheaper, and you get big portions as well, don't you think? I'm not just talking about Captain Mustard. Holly says you could get chemical-free washing liquid to use. Got to use something. Doesn't your washing come out dirty looking?
Nope.
No, my bedding looks beautiful, I have to say. Dan Peters says, Mr. Boaty, a question if I may.
Yeah.
What is your honest opinion on these new fancy cars? Are they a milk float?
I think they're absolutely brilliant, and I would love to have one.
My brother's got a Tesla.
I mean, I don't have much experience with them. My experience is limited to a day spent in a £71,000 Jaguar I-Pace limited edition black, whatever it was called, and I thought it was utterly fantastic. Probably the best thing I've ever driven, and I would love to have one.
Andrew Buttergeek says, fair enough, Boaty, regarding the washing process. Some useful tips there. Stickle says, Emma's just read my clown comment. She's scared. Holly says, Dan Peters, I watched a video of someone reviewing Maggie's. I think it was reasonably priced and good by the looks of it. Dan says, Holly, whereabouts in London is it, if you don't mind me asking? She says, Matron says, I live in London. I have no idea what Maggie's is. I'm from London. I don't know what Maggie's is either. And Dan Peters said, whereabouts are you living in London? I'm near Luton. Holly says, I'll give you my opinion. Electric cars are crap, unreliable and dangerous, highly flammable. We're nearly at the end of the comments, I think. Dan Peters says,
we can open our things.
But I go to many places in Luton, A406 North Circular most of the week. Matron says she's close to central London. Dan says to Holly, I mean, each to their own. My personal statement is I would buy an electric car, not at the cost of today's prices. They're just not financially viable. I would rather an old classic English car, MG or Rover would be nice and better than a disgusting milk float. Or today, my father said milk floats don't work in the 60s and didn't work in the 60s and don't now either, presumably. That's what that says. Holly says, has a moderator timed me out? It's not letting me reply to the Greenwood. Stickle was laughing, amused by Krusty. Andrew Buttigieg says, money talk equals photos of your anatomy. Krusty the Clown is The Simpsons. Boaty, Emma.
Oh, the hair is looking a bit crusty at the moment.
Oh.
In fairness, yeah. I'll give you that. That does look a bit crusty. I like Krusty the Clown.
Holly is talking about Gary Eats video. Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the World.
The Leisure Peninsula.
Says Emma's got the stiff neck and Jason's got the stiff... I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Matron says, no idea if an auto mod got you, Holly. YouTube is censorship crazy, says Holly. Jimmy Mighty Quinn says, my daughter got an electric Mercedes. She said it's fantastic. Matron says, if you add a link, that would have been auto-removed, Holly. Okay, that's what it is. Andrew Buttigieg is...
Right, let's open our things, shall we? Who's going first, thee or me?
I'll go for me.
Okay.
If that's all right.
No, you go for you. You go for you. I'll top my wine.
Thank you very much, Tracy. I'm looking forward to find out what I've got here. Stiff board, by the feels of it. It's exciting. It's exciting. Let me get this moment on film. It's so exciting. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Because I went to the beach and I was looking at rocks. Oh, thank you. Oh, I can look at this with little lemon as well. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, because I can... Yeah, this is nice because little lemon will be able to look at this. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
That will be interesting for you.
It will, because it's... Yeah.
And it's kind of written with that in mind.
Yeah, so it's sort of...
In fact, it's aimed at...
Yeah. So I can read this to him, and then when we go to the beach, he can help me look. Oh, that's really thoughtful of you. Thank you. I like that because he's looked at a video of mine and based it on that. That's really lovely. Thank you. Where can I put that it won't get... Oh. We'll pop it over here.
I'm just going to start preparing the moment.
Well, you better come over here and open this, mister.
Let me just stick this up.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Because them Momo ain't going to cook themselves. There we go. Oh, and let's pop these back in the fridge.
Any guesses on what I have got for Boaty today, guys? What do you think might be in this Cumberland sausage box that's got squashed because my little lemon sat on it? What do you think might be hiding in the depths of this box? Is it going to beat the gift that Neil gave him? Or is it going to be another one of them to add to his collection?
Oh,
we will find out.
Okay, here we go.
Come on, Boaty.
Open here.
I just made it easy for you to open. There's a little tab you can pull there. And once you've pulled that, it opens. Okay. It doesn't spring open or anything. It's not a jack in the box. Before you show them what it is, you look at what it is first. Okay. And see what you think.
Oh, bless you. Oh, it's cardboard. Oh, just what I've always. Oh, that is brilliant.
I hope you use it. I hope you can use that.
Yeah, because it's like it's quite flexible, so I can make it into a nice hat or quite a large moustache. I could fashion it into a loud hula like that.
I was quite pleased actually because when you were looking for something to write on when we were playing That's My Pilchard earlier, I was thinking if he knew he'd open this, he would have got the cardboard. He could have written on that.
Well, whatever it is, it's bloody well wrapped. Okay. Okay. This is now officially the best day of my life. Oh, you shouldn't have. But I'm so glad you did. This is... Okay, this is very special. This is... Oh, God, I'm going to... They're only... Well, fuck you. I live alone. You've got no idea what this means to me. Oh, my God. This is the best thing that I now have in my life. Oh my God. How much did you pay for this?
I'm telling you.
I'll feel the weight.
I know, I did. And it's nice, nice condition. It's not got any chips on it. It's got slight crazing on the front from where obviously it's been used.
Oh, it's stamped and everything. Oh my God, this is back from proper in the day when it was. I can't remember ever being this happy. Where's Alan Simpson?
I know, I was hoping he would be in tonight.
Oh, look at that. And it's got the... Oh, you've got no idea what this means. Oh, thank you.
It's all right.
Oh my God.
You can have your breakfast on it tomorrow morning.
Well, if I'd have known, I would have changed breakfast so it actually was a little chef. Now, I'm not putting a bacon sandwich on this, but when is it? Next When will it be? Oh, well, whenever it is. Well, no, because it's a solo pleasure. That's.
You can do it for when you film some of your lunches, maybe sometime.
Oh, I think
That's all right.
that is amazing. But that's gonna be a video. I need to remember. Well, I need to research what the.
And then it fall on the floor.
I need to research what the early starter was.
They do a breakfast one as well. Do you know that? They do a breakfast one that's blue and it says something like Little Chef's Breakfast or something. Because they had that as well, and that one was cheaper.
Just breakfast or
It's
Olympic breakfast?
Oh, I can't remember what it said. I can't remember what it said. But I thought you specifically talked about this one, and the red accents sort of go with your house. So I went for
Yeah,
you talked
I
about.
don't remember any others being on a special plate.
I'll have to show you on the picture later because I'll probably still be able to find it online.
I remember.
Let's see.
Obviously, there was the Olympic breakfast, which was like the big breakfast, but I don't remember that being on a special plate. This is from my childhood. This is the only special plate I remember. I remember the big 7 burger came on an oval plate, but it was unmarked from memory,
Here,
and then the side salad.
Little Chef's Breakfast.
Oh.
I don't, and this was the one. That's not the one. This is the one with the same scallop sort of edging. That was the one. So they had that. But I thought this is the one you keep talking about. So this one was cheaper, but I didn't want to go for that when you talked about this because I didn't know if you actually wanted it. But that could be quite nice as well at some point.
I might have to buy that myself. and then I've got, this would be mine, and then that would be yours. We could do it. How long did it take to arrive?
Not very long, but depends on who you get it from, doesn't it? You know what? Excuse me. A few nights ago, well, about 6 nights ago on a live stream, you were talking about Little Chef, and somebody in the comments said there's one at the moment on eBay.
Oh.
And I thought, I hope he doesn't go and buy it. I mean, you wanted to anyway, so it wouldn't have been so bad. But I'd already got this one. And I thought, if you decide to go and spend money that you could do with not spending on plates, on a plate on eBay, and I watched that, and it went up to about £38, that one on eBay.
Oh, well, there's no way I'd have.
But I thought, if you'd gone and bought that, then, then on a live stream said, look what I bought for myself. And it wouldn't be, I know you wanted to, but it wouldn't be as exciting. So I'm glad you like it.
No, if the blue one's available as well, then.
It was. I don't know if it would be now. I just saw it, but then I thought I'll get the one you keep talking about.
This is the one I wanted.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh, that is just amazing.
Aww.
You've got no idea how happy it is amazing.
Aww. Don't cry. Don't get emotional.
This is. Oh, look at that. I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's my childhood. That's just sitting. And even though I don't think I ever had one, I always had the Olympic breakfast, but my mother had the early start.
So it reminds you of your mother.
Yeah. And even if it was lunchtime.
You did move that away, didn't you?
Oh, that is fabulous. God, I'd be scared to use it, but I want to use it.
You just be careful.
You can use it, can't you?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Feel like the weight.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I was pleased with the weight. And when my son sat on it, I did open it to make sure he hadn't broken it, because I thought, please don't tell me he's broken it.
So that must be. I don't know. See, this is where I need to speak to Alan Simpson. Because Alan knows more than me. He will know what era of Little Chef this is from. I would guess, judging from the quality of it, this must be like prime Little Chef.
Yeah, because that breakfast one where it was just a plain dark blue band, without the scalloped edging. That looks more modern. I would say this looks early.
God, that is amazing. That is amazing. I need to that and your bloody amazing kindness and thoughtfulness that is the sign that I was put on earth or put on YouTube to start doing some little chef content. So, yeah, I need to do I need to do a video about this. Well, this is kind of a video about it, isn't it? But no, I need to. Maybe I could do it over the winter, because like over the summer there's seaside and stuff
opportunity
to
to go out a lot.
But maybe over the winter and maybe I could chase down all of my old favourite little chefs and see what they are now. Try and research old pictures of them. I mean, I've done my absolute favourite in Watford, and I found out that it's now a fish and chip diner, so I'm going to go there and do lunch and tie it in with the Bridgenorth little chef, the Bridgenorth Funicular Railway.
Try and recreate some of their food.
Yeah, but that would be another video, wouldn't it? Can I create a little chef early starter?
And that's what you could do in the winter, because you can do that indoors.
Yeah. So what's the early starter?
I don't know.
Without
Alan Simpson will know.
He will know. It was quite basic. I think it was just the Olympic breakfast was the full Monte, and you had the sauté potatoes. The early starter, I think it was like bacon, egg, sausage, toast or fried bread. I don't know. But yeah. I'm so happy. This is the best thing ever.
Oh.
Where am I going to put it?
It looks like the sort of thing you need a little stand for to display when you're not not using it.
This should
I should have bought you a plate stand to go with it.
I could buy a plate stand, couldn't I?
They're not expensive.
And I could actually have it.
Just standing at the back when you're not using it.
Yeah,
something like that.
Because, like you say, the accents go with the kitchen.
That's why I thought.
I mean, it needs to be on display. It shouldn't be in a cupboard. Or, somewhere.
It's got to be somewhere you won't accidentally knock it off as well.
That would look good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, would it be safe there though? Do you think you wouldn't accidentally knock that?
Or there. Or
I think that was quite a good place there, because I don't think you're likely to knock that as much. And you see it from the table and everything. When you're doing your live streams, you can look at it every night. Sorry about that. You have to rearrange your kitchen for this plate now.
And put it there.
Thinking,
oh yeah, that'd be spot on. Oh. I adore this. I never thought this would happen.
Sorry, guys. I think we've lost Boaty to a plate now.
Oh, are they still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I read some comments?
Yeah.
Where have I put my glasses? Okay.
Enjoy your day. I certainly will. Yeah, fuck you, Loaf. You're no little chef.
Right.
I don't remember this picture in the middle. I remember the writing.
Oh, really? It's probably because food was usually laid across the picture.
I suppose so.
But it's a nice picture, isn't it? I like the picture.
Who made it?
Dodson Brothers or something, does it say?
Ooh. British Standard kite mark. Oh God, I'm going to get really anal about this now, aren't I? Oh. I mean, yeah. You know what I could do? Right. What about, as the ultimate homage, the ultimate tribute back to childhood, wrap this carefully in the box and pull it out. Take the outdoor cooking kit. Go to the location.
That's kind of what I was thinking you could do, but I don't get it broken.
Go to the location of one of my favourite little chefs would have been, and do an outdoor cook.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And sit and in lovely condition, aren't
That's what I thought. And like I said, if you tilt it to the light, you can see where it's been used, you know.
Yeah.
But
That makes
that
it authentic.
yeah, I was just about to say that shows it is authentic. But you know, the picture is not scratched off, you know, through knife use, and there's no chips or anything in it. So I was pleased.
So it's not impossible. My mother could have eaten off this
Yeah,
way.
could have.
Wow. Oh, wow.
We've still got an audience here, don't forget.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I'll just turn the remote
I'll just go
on.
do some comments.
Yeah.
Dan Peters is still talking about cars. The CO2 impact on the electric cars is far more than an old school English car. I get why many people want these new electric cars, but for me, I will never buy one.
They're just fantastic to drive. That's the thing. That's why I like them. They're amazing to drive.
Jimmy Quinn says, Gary Eats is a good YouTube channel. Andrew Buttergeek says, too many cons regarding EVs at the moment. Right, now you're opening the box. So Jimmy Quinn suggests it could have been a whip. I don't think they're going to get anything close to it. It was supposed to be psychic, Jimmy, and you guessed it was a whip. Seriously. Matron said, I think it's a fleshlight to go with the clan dildo. Jimmy Mighty Quinn says handcuffs. Steve Cole said Speedos. Dan Peter said, I would say it's Viagra and Vaseline. Peter P says an EV is something you should lease and not buy. Tracy P thought it might be a pie. Batman Rubin thought a fleshlight. Andrew Buttergeek thought it was a cock rack. Jimmy Quinn said, yes, I watched a few of his that are medium priced or lower priced. Maggie seems very reasonable and lots of choices. I've never heard of Maggie. Dan Peter said possibly handcuffs from the 90s. Steve Berry would have them. Steve Cole says a guinea pig. Peter P says new mats for JJ. The other suggestions are pie, Joe's big brother. Oh, and then you opened it and Matron said, oh my God, I might cry. Steve Cole says, is it the dead rabbit that you ran over before? Matron said, I do know what it is and I might cry because I did tell her that. Peter P said little chef. And Jimmy Mighty Quinn says new teeth. Andrew said little chef. Andrew Buttergeek says little chef merch. Peter P says the small plates. Andrew was laughing at Jimmy and he says little chef. Holly says, do you watch curries with Bombay? They look like they've got some nice curry recipes. Peter P says lovely Emma. Jimmy says no to Holly. Andrew Buttergeek says, oh Emma, you're so sweet. And Holly says, that's lovely of Emma. And great Prezi Emma says bad books. Matron says, I think Boaty needs to get a plate display stand thing.
Yes. Yeah, totally. That would be.
Yeah, you see it from everywhere.
Yeah.
Because if you popped it over there, you wouldn't always be looking at it. Oh, you always look at it now.
No, that would be. Yeah.
Steve Cole says, are we still guessing? And Matron says, no, Steve Cole. Andrew said, it's turned into the Antiques Roadshow. And Andrew says, it's a very nice plate, though. This is a very special moment.
It is.
Holly said, I bought a Princess Diane Charles plate from a charity shop for about 50p. Is it worth a lot of money? Matron said she agrees with Andrew and says, there's no rush for little chef content. Might be a lovely idea to do in the quieter, colder months, which we just said.
Yeah, good idea.
Bad book says,
don't rush with it.
Little
think
chef,
about it.
Little Chef early starter, 1 bacon. I was telling you what it is. 1 bacon, 1 sausage, 1 pot of baked beans, 1 slice of toast, 1 butter, 2 hash browns, 1 fried egg. Apparently.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Got all this stuff. No mushrooms, no black pudding.
Yeah, exactly.
Holly wants to know, are there Bernie restaurants still around?
Oh, good question. I don't know.
Dan Peter says, I'm off to bed. Thanks for the live stream. Take care and I look forward to doing a live soon. Matron says good night to him. Jimmy Mighty Quinn says there's a same plate in Norwich for sale. Is there? Where's that? Oh, or is it a joke? Don't know. Holly says, yes, I remember that. The lolly was orange and yellow, squared, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was indeed.
Bad Book says, has Boaty got the little chef sauce holder thingy to go with it? Have you got one of them?
Somewhere, yeah.
Oh, is that what they used to put the baked beans in, or is it something completely different?
Oh no, I had the it's like a little plastic thing and the sachets of sauce went into it. But that was at I'm not 100% certain that I had one, but I'm not sure that it made it through the divorce.
Oh.
I think it's still at the
Oh.
marital. But what I have got, darlings, and it is from a little chef, and it's from one of my favourite little chefs, the sauce caddy for the glass bottles. So that's better.
And that can go on the table with
That's
your.
better.
You can have your bacon butty on there. You can get your HP sauce.
I'm not putting a bacon butty on that plate. That plate can only have an early starter. I love this. This was from one of my favourite little chefs as an adult was Gilvan, because it's on the way to home, on the way to the Welsh cottage, and it's no longer there. I'll take you there one day, show you where it was. And when it was closing down, we stopped there for lunch because it was like childhood thing gone into adulthood. So I always stopped there and it was closing down, and I said, would you mind turning your back so I can steal this as a memory? And and she said, go for it, my lovely, go for it.
That wouldn't have cost them a lot of money at all, though, back then.
It would have been thrown in the bin, I
Yeah.
suppose, with the place going down.
Oh,
So that's it. That's
Oh.
an additional bit of my Little Chef merch.
Oh, there we go. You're a collector of Little Chef merch now.
Yeah.
I think there was an ashtray on there as well. I think.
Well, you'll have to tell me what the website is, and I'm just going to go and. Okay, I will go without drink for a month to buy the
It was something like that. It was a round thing with a little chef thingy in the middle.
Really?
I think it was an ashtray.
There did used to be the ashtray.
I think it was an ashtray, but I didn't know if you had that already.
No, I don't. But I need it.
But you wanted this more. If I bought the ashtray, I think
that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate. But if there's an how expensive was the ashtray?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't. I wasn't looking to buy the ashtray, so I didn't really pay that much attention to it.
Oh, what's this? Facebook for sale.
Oh, it's found one on Facebook. Oh, he said there's one in Norwich, didn't he?
Oh.
Is there really, seriously, one in Norwich for sale?
Yeah.
How much is it?
30 quid.
Oh, quite expensive, that one, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't say it's in Norwich. You just said it's in Facebook for sale.
Oh, right. But he did say it was in Norwich, so it might be on it might be in a Norwich Sell England.
It might be on their Facebook page.
All right. I don't know if I read this one. Bad Book says, has Boaty got the little chef? Oh yeah, he said that, the sauce holder thingy. It might have been that he was talking about actually when he said that. Andrew Buttigieg says, careful Boaty, it starts with a plate.
I'd be happy to follow that wherever it went.
And Matron says, I think he might have, the sauce holder. Holly says, yes, children used to get a free little chef lolly at the end after paying. Bad Book says,
No. That's wrong.
Oh,
That's
okay.
wrong. That's wrong. It wasn't after paying. The deal was you got a lollipop if you cleaned your plate. And it didn't say children only. So even when I was a grown-up, I said, there's my clean plate. I demand a lollipop. And I always got it.
Bad Book says, Holly, you have a better memory than me. I never went as a kid, though. Bad Book said, he'll have 10 Little Chef dinner services next. That's it.
Oh, God, I love that. I would love the ashtray.
We'll have a look and see if it's there still afterwards. Holly says, oh, didn't you? I only got taken there when travelling for a holiday about once or twice a year. Yeah, Jimmy Matquid said it was on Facebook, so maybe that's in, the plate in Norwich is in Facebook. I have to see where in Norwich it is. It's expensive. Bad Book said, that's it, sauce caddy. Andrew says, a stainless steel plate holder to go with the sauce caddy. And Holly says, I don't remember the little chef caddies looking like that. Was there some other ones too? There may have been more modern ones, I suppose.
Well, the little chef went from that is a little chef sauce caddy. But they had various ones, and then they went from having the bottles on the table, they went to having sachets, and then they introduced a little plastic thing. It was a bit shitty, really, that was just shaped to hold the range of sauces in there.
Expensive.
Oh, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
For what it is, yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of money.
Because you could get another plate for that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But that's what it looked like.
How much was the blue plate?
Let's see if it's it was eBay I got it from.
Oh,
there was another one. That's nicer, I think.
Oh, that is nicer.
That would go with your accent.
It would.
You'd have to wait to get
Look at the price though.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, shall I show them? I don't want to leave them out. We're just looking at the ashtrays, so you can see that there.
I thought there might be a
I can't see
fiver.
it very well, can you? There was a little round one here, but this one's nicer, I think. But they're about £30. You might as well get a plate for that. But I'll see how much. I'll see if that breakfast one was still. It was eBay I got it from, so I'll have a look on. But it was a little while back. Like I said, when you were talking, when somebody recently said, "Oh, there's one on eBay," I thought, "Oh God, what if he goes and buys that?" And it would spoil my surprise.
That wasn't. Look, everything coming up over this month, there's not a penny.
You never know. You might. Oh, there it is. Hang on. It's still on there. Oh, I can't type. I think it was £20.
Oh really?
Not bad. Oh, it's gone up to 26 now, and £3.50 postage. Yeah. It's nice condition though, I think, because I didn't know if you would like that one too, but I had to get the one that you've talked about. But, it started at 19. That's a different stamp, isn't it? Is that more modern stamp? It's different to this one. This one's older. It's got an older looking stamp on it. That one looks a bit more.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Modern.
Alan's our man. We need to speak to Alan. We need to set up a little chef nerd chat.
Looks a little bit like maybe the condition's not quite as good, perhaps. Equal description. Possibly manufactured in 1997, as the back stamp reads. Yeah, so it does look like a more modern one, I think. There are cut marks of the surface where the cutlery has been used. Yeah. But yeah, well, I'll keep an eye out. There's lots of junk shops in Norwich, that nice quality junk shops. But I think we were getting near the end of the comments here.
It's 1:45.
Bad Book. Yeah, we need to get up in the morning.
Yeah,
Bad Book says, Boaty, go without a drink for a month. I'll believe that when I see it. And Holly says, although I was a child, so maybe I don't really remember. Stress makes me forgetful sometimes. Oh, that's lovely, Emma. I want that, she says. I love Little Chef Man on things. I think she's talking about the ashtrays. And Andrew's, the last comment, says there should be a date or maker's mark on the base of the plate. Well, there is. I wonder if I look at the listing for the plate. I don't want you to see how much paper it is. I'm not going to show you it. But I'll see if the person selling it wrote when they think it was dated.
There are some numbers on there.
Well, you could probably do a reverse image search of that, and somewhere would tell you. Let's see what the seller said. The description now.
Well, the numbers say 689. So if that means like June 89 maybe, then this would be the perfect plate, because that was my peak Little Chef.
Oh right, yeah.
That would if I had to pick a date, that would be the date I would choose.
Well, let's see if I can do a reverse image search on it, because I might be able to find. If I take a photo of the stamp, it's upside down, and then if I do a reverse search, it might tell me.
Yeah, I struggle. I think it's dark.
Let's see See what comes up with. Yeah, it's not coming. Oh, what's that? I think. Oh, yeah, it's just coming up with a listing. Possibly we can research it later and see like different little chef stamps to see what years they're from. But
Yeah, we can properly nerd out on all this shit.
I used to be really into vintage stuff, like old-fashioned stuff, and looking at the back stamps and everything. Is you a happy boy now?
Yeah, we need to get a place down, but a nice one, not one of those cheap.
Yeah, it's got to make sure it's nice and sturdy so it doesn't topple over easily. Because it's a solid, heavy plate, you need a good.
Yeah, I mean that's like a display plate, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. You can display it when you're not using it, and then
I think
occasionally
I might just display it and
it'd be nice on a few videos though.
get
Wouldn't
a blue one or something.
Oh,
and,
to use.
and actually use that one, or just why want more? I mean, that is it's the perfect date if that is the date. It's the right color. Let's just get it up there in the kitchen and that will literally bring joy to my every day until the day that I die.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, flowers
Genuinely.
die, so the flowers are gone.
Yeah.
So I thought you got something permanent.
This plate lives forever.
The pie was gone. The pie was eaten. The flowers died. And the plate is forever.
That looks like Clarkson's farm.
Oh.
I love that. A little bit lost for words there. Right, let's say good night to everybody.
Start saying good nights, as Boaty would normally say.
We need to get off.
We've got a couple of busy days ahead of us. We've got all this eating to do.
Well, yeah, we need to eat, and the numbers are dwindling. So I think everybody's had enough.
They've probably had enough of talking about little chef.
1 o'clock in the
Sorry,
morning.
guys, if I completely ruined the live stream for you. By
So let's
let's
get the Momo on.
Right. Yep. Start saying good nights, everybody.
You've been tired of saying good night.
We do need to get up like early and get off. We don't want to just end up getting there in time to
How
check
many
it.
do you want?
What are you having? Are you having full portion? Are you?
I might do a little short of the full portion and have some chicken wings.
Would I be? Is 7 like a silly idea?
Oh.
Or 8? Is that too many?
No.
I'll have 8, please, if that's all right. 8 Momo. I'm having Momo for my supper tonight, Dar. I was going to say darlings. I'm telling to you.
You're going to have a wing or two as well.
I'll just have the Momo if that's all right, mate.
Oh, okay. Is 8 going to be enough?
Pardon?
Is 8
Well,
going to be enough?
how many do you have?
I normally go for 10.
I think 8 will be enough for me.
I know you eat less than I do. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll have 8 each and then I'll chuck the chicken wings into the mix as well.
Okay, we'll do that. Right, so yeah, say good night because we can't, do one of these things where we're saying good night and then carry on talking for half an hour because we want, to make the most of our trip. So sorry, guys, but we will tomorrow be live from our Airbnb in Llandudno. And it may be a vertical live, we don't know yet, which will bring in all the weirdos. And Boaty may be drinking something strange, and I may join him.
It could be a vodka night tomorrow, darling.
We might both have vodka tomorrow night. So that's worth tuning in for, if nothing else. So yes. So do please join us because it would be fantastic. I would love it. I'd be a very happy Emma lump. So let's see everyone saying good night, hopefully.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 7.
Yeah, the people are talking about the mark on the plate, the sort of things we were saying. Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the Wirral, the Leisure Peninsula.
One
says,
for each, shall we? Let's go for 9.
Stephen Parry says, you'll be buying the little chef uniform next. Can you imagine that? We're doing a video of you cooking it and you're in the uniform. So people are saying good night. Holly would like to know what Momo is. Shall I say? Well, you're probably better explaining it. Do you want to show it? That's a good idea.
Oh, well, they're going to slip and slide all over the place. But
little sort of dumpling parcels in a dough, but the dough is kind of like pasta texture, and the meat inside is amazing, tastes delicious.
okay, so these are Momo, handmade, and a very simple pastry dough, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so you've got keema in there, mixed with spices that are unique to the foothills of the Himalayas, known as Momo masala. But Momo masala is like a mix of, God knows, about 30 different herbs and spices. And traditionally, they are served steamed and with a simple, super nice, spicy Momo chutney.
You say simple, but it's really delicious.
It's really not simple. You won't believe what goes into making this. Right, let's get these on.
Matron says, good night all, see you tomorrow for the Wales Live. Look out for the listing as it might be a slightly different time than usual. If they're late, we can chat away anyway. Andrew says, Boaty's new mission in life is turn the cottage into a mini little chef.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Stephen Manning is saying good night. Lovely stream. Holly says, Airbnb have secret cameras in some. Well, we're going to be planting a camera in it as well, so who cares?
Yeah, we can record that.
Andrew Buttergeek says Nepalese dumplings to Holly, and she says there's a device that checks if there's any secret cameras. Andrew Buttergeek says a new game, show us your Momo, and Holly says thank you, Boaty, they look nice, and that's the end. So thank you very much for watching this live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, as I said, please tune in tomorrow to see us in our Airbnb in Llandudno. Goodness knows how that's going to go, but I'm sure it'll be fun.
I'm sure.
Is there anything you want to say, Boaty?
Nah.
Right. Boaty doesn't have anything he wants to say, so I'll say what he would usually say. He would normally tell you have to have a safe and peaceful night.
Correct.
And if you've got anybody you love or love you, take care of them.
Ooh.
And
take care of yourself too.
And yourself.
And have the best day that you possibly can tomorrow.
Because we're going to.
Even if it's a pants Monday,
yeah.
Take a little bit of joy anywhere that you can. Whether it's the birds singing in the morning, whether it's a nice bit of lunch, whether it's coming home to the safety of your home or possibly the warmth of your family.
Even just a bath. I love having a nice relaxing bath.
Yeah, a bath, whatever it is. Just take a little bit of joy and be grateful for what you've got.
Like plates.
Like plates. You know. Okay.
Do we go and do the turning off?
Yeah, do join us tomorrow, darlings.
Where's your little cross?
And
there it is.
We're going to be in Wales. Yay. So, on that note, much love to you all. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Pachu and indeed.
Bosh. Bosh. Bye, guys.